Welcome back. You're watching Business Live now. So Keir Starmer will make his first conference speech as Prime Minister this afternoon, promising light at the end of the tunnel. So how are UK business leaders feeling about the economy, and what are they hoping to hear from the Prime Minister today? Well, the FTSE 100 engineering company Smiths Group, which makes airport security screening systems, among other things, posted its full-year results this morning, up 5% to £526 million. And joining me now is Clare Scherrer. She is the Chief Financial Officer of Smiths Group. Clare, welcome to Business Live. It's good to have you on, and I will talk about your results in just a few minutes' time. But if you don't mind first, we're looking ahead now to the Labour Party conference in Liverpool that's happening this afternoon. The Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, speaking, saying we think that he'll say there'll be light at the end of the tunnel. And as a senior leader in a FTSE 100 company, do you share his optimism over the outlook for the UK economy, given you do a lot of business here?
Well, thank you, Emma, for having us on today. And it's really not my place to comment on government policy, but what I can comment on is what we're experiencing today. And the results that we reported today reflect that. So 5.4% organic revenue growth, 8.3% earnings per share growth, and that on top of record growth last year. Also beating consensus both on the top line and the bottom line. Also very front-footed. We've announced 2 acquisitions in North America, and we have a confident stance as we enter FY25. We gave a confident guide for FY25 for continued growth in the range of 4 to 6% organic growth and also continued margin improvement. We benefit from being exposed to secular trends that have a real tailwind right now. So the experience that we're having right now is a very positive one.
Well, and that's great to hear. What about within the UK? Because, of course, you have exposure to the UK economy as well as all other economies around the world. What is your outlook for the UK right now?
Well, our business in FY24 in Europe and in the UK was very positive. We had very good growth. And again, that's because of the trends that we're exposed to, namely safety and security and energy efficiency, where our customers are really making investments in those opportunities. The other thing that I would say is we're benefiting from our innovation commercializing and dropping to the bottom line. So when we look at the growth that we reported this morning, 200 basis points of that growth was driven by new products that we introduced over the last 5 years.
I just want to ask you quickly about innovation. As an engineering firm, innovation is at the heart of what you do. We've talked an awful lot about innovation from the likes of the Inflation Reduction Act in the United States and the CHIP Act that's also been in the States. We haven't had that kind of policy here in the UK. Are we lacking in that? What would you like to see in terms of innovation in the UK?
Well, as I said, keeping the world safer, more energy efficient, and better connected are all secular trends which are longitudinal and which will persist regardless of what policy we have in any locality or who's in office in any locality. So at any point in time, different stimulus packages might change the quarter-to-quarter shape, but in general, we really benefit from those really strong tailwinds.
OK, let's have a look at your results in a bit more detail now. Strong full-year revenue of £3.1 billion on organic growth of 5.4%. The shares, though, biggest fall in Europe this morning, certainly at one point. On consensus, the numbers missed the mark. Are you disappointed? That must sting.
Well, we actually beat consensus on both the top line and the bottom line. So from an organic perspective, we exceeded consensus expectation for organic growth. And also at the bottom line, with 8.3% EPS growth, we also beat consensus on the EPS line.
So the share performance today, does that not sting?
Well, of course, I can't control how the market reacts. What we can control is what we deliver. And we're really proud of what we delivered today. As it stands apart in terms of the last couple of conversations that you were just having, in terms of magnitude of organic growth, a 5.4% organic growth actually really stands apart from some of the trends that we've been seeing in general.
Squeeze one final question. I'm running out of time, I'm afraid, Claire. 2 big acquisitions. Any more in the pipeline? Very briefly.
Yes, we have an active pipeline. We're going to maintain our focus on strategic acquisitions, and of course, we'll remain disciplined, but we're pleased to have an active pipeline.
We'll leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. Clare Scherrer, their Chief Financial Officer of Smiths Group, coming out with their full year results today.